Hello Sven, it's really nice to welcome you at the ESG Peers video podcast, Impact Pays Off. So you visited us here in Mannheim at osapiens to represent H&Z, which is just another consultancy.
Kim, first of all, thanks a lot for the invitation. It's great being here today. And I can definitely tell you that H&Z is not just another consultancy. Okay. So basically, H&Z is a Munich-based consulting company, but we have a history of more than 25 years where we were working or are still working in all kinds of supply chain and procurement topics. And this is also why we also are active in sustainability, because a lot of sustainability topics actually happen in procurement and also along the supply chain. So I would say in the end what we do is we consult our clients with these topics, but always bringing the supply chain perspective into the projects, which of course helps not only, for example, to write a report, because we perceive the report to be the starting point to then say, okay, what do I need to change strategically? That's one point. Mm-hmm. Second point is we call ourselves the consulting company with head, heart and hand.
Okay, wait, let me think about it. So head, heart and hand. What does it stand for? So the head is?
The head is the great concepts that we develop, but that's nothing special because this is just what consultants do. And now your guess with the heart.
We have the heart.
So what is that?
Commitment, is it?
Commitment, but also transformation, because we think that every project is also kind of a transformation or change process. Mm-hmm. So you need really to motivate the people, and especially for sustainability, because it's a topic that, for at least for most people, is completely new. So you need to motivate them, you need to show them, okay, that's the way how we go, that's what we need to change, and this is the heart then in the end.
And the hand?
The hand is then the implementation, because great concepts do not really have any impact. So we want to generate impact, and that's what we do. So we basically support our clients also throughout the implementation phase, so that whenever the concepts are developed, the people are informed, then we go and implement what has been developed before.
So Sven, would you say that sustainability is driven by your clients because of regulations, or is it more like an intrinsic will to be more sustainable?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and something that has been developing over the past years, I would say. So if we look back, let's say 2-3 years maybe, it was really nothing that the clients were requiring or were actively demanding. And then it changed because of regulations. So, I mean, we all know the different regulations that are out there: CSRD, CSDDD, EUDR, and the list continues.
Give me some abbreviations.
Yeah.
There are so many letters out there.
Exactly. And I mean, my feeling is that the companies are kind of overwhelmed. And that's also why tools are so important, because they can, just do the task and helping that the companies are no longer overwhelmed, at least partially. So, but I would say over time, the picture slightly changed, because companies realize that there are other challenges that we are facing. And this is resource scarcity, for example, or raw material prices. So if you look at raw materials like copper, for example, the price has been doubled just over the past 4 years. Or how much we depend on other countries. And for example, all rare earth are basically controlled by China, which as of today is no problem because we are still doing business with China. But I mean, the geopolitical situation is quite tough, so it might get tough in the future as well. What I'm trying to say is that companies start identifying or start understanding that it is not only a matter of becoming more sustainable, but rather having a future-proof business model. And especially when we look into circular economy, for example, so taking your products and bringing it back into the loop so that you use these products as raw materials is something that especially larger corporates are already looking into, and I'm pretty sure that this will continue. So also the smaller ones, they are forced to look into that because they simply don't get the materials to produce their products anymore.
Okay, so sustainability is kind of the driver for transparency, but the transparency which we want in the companies can also be the basis for risk management and long-term planning, right?
Absolutely.
Resource planning, geopolitical risk analysis and so on.
Yeah, so it starts with regulations. Regulations helps to generate the transparency. But for me, the report that is there at the end is not the end, but it is rather the starting point, because you need to ask yourself, okay, what do I do now with those material topics? Do I just report them, or do I actually do something about it, because I will, in the mid or long run, will run into a problem?
Yeah, I fully agree. And especially the reporting phase, you can automate, right, with software such as the osapiens Hub, and then really put the resources into the strategic planning with the help of consultancies, and just have the energy for the future, right?
Absolutely.
All right, very nice. So hand and implementation, that kind of like sounds like software and partnerships. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the H&Z and osapiens partnership coming up.
Absolutely. So first of all, I would say it's a perfect collaboration when it comes to the topic that both of us are covering. So we, as the consultants, we work on, as I said, concepts, and then translating these into organizational design and processes. So we basically trigger the first change. But that's an initial project that needs to be done, and then it goes into the execution. And execution only works if you have software, because you need to work with lots of data. You need to make sure that you have transparency for example, for geo data, or maybe also like supply chain transparency data and so on. And that's something that we as consultants cannot do. Osapiens is getting into the game. So usually wherever we stop, Osapiens is starting, and I would call it the perfect symbiosis.
All right, that's really good. I signed that one. That's very nice. So H&Z is a consultancy. osapiens is software, right? It's the ESG platform to make an impact. So, but I know that both of us are very strongly community driven, right?
Yeah.
So we try to engage the whole community to work together, because sustainability is something which all of us need to do together in collaboration to really achieve an impact. So we call it ESG Peers. You call it SustainX, right? So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about SustainX.
Yeah, I mean, to start, collaboration is absolutely the key. So whenever you look at sustainability managers, for example, what they do is they try to make this change in the companies, but most of the time they are all by themselves. Especially if we look at like smaller companies, not the large corporates. There, the sustainability manager is really trying to push a topic, but they don't have any peers among them. So having a community that basically allows them to meet and to connect with others, like-minded people that share the same problems, is super important, because otherwise those people are just completely overwhelmed. So that's why we said a few years ago, I think it was in 2020, that we built a community where people can join and they can exchange, and they can also jointly work on different sustainability challenges, because that's what is needed. And then of course also to share the best practices that are being developed. And that is what SustainX is. So it's a community where sustainability managers, or those who are working in a specific department on sustainability, they come together and they exchange. And we have different formats for that. So we have an online community. We have also physical meetups. So currently we have them in Munich and Hamburg. They happen once a month. But we are also going to expand this to other cities in Germany, and who knows, maybe also to other countries. And then we have a podcast where we invite sustainability managers to speak about their best practices and explicitly about what they did and how they approached different topics, because I feel that sustainability most of the time is more about the problem space, and SustainX is trying to bring it into the solution space so that people really find solutions and make a step forward. So it's basically, as you said, a community like ESG Peers, and I'm pretty sure that communities can also work together to jointly build and to exchange knowledge.
Yeah, I really like you saying that sustainability isn't the problem or the challenge. It's more part of the solution,
Absolutely.
right? And sustainability managers are hidden heroes within the companies, and it's a really, really big task, sustainability and saving the world. So it definitely makes sense to build a joint force of superheroes to make an impact.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much, Sven. It was very nice to have you here. I bet that we will have a lot of collaboration in the future.
Looking forward.
Very nice. And thank you, and see you soon.
See you soon. Thanks a lot, Kim, for the invitation again, and looking forward to everything that comes.